This is the session we've all been waiting for. I've lost hundreds of thousands of dollars playing poker this year, but this caps off my 3-day stints playing on Hustler Casino Live. I've lost $80,000 night 1. I won $58,000 back on night 2, and now today is the ultimate test. I'll be playing nosebleed stakes today with pots casually amounting to hundreds of thousands of dollars. If there's ever a time to end the downswing, it is right now. Welcome to another session here at Hustler. We're back here playing another Friday stream under the bright lights. Shout out to Neve, another beautiful Friday. This guy just does amazing work all the time. Anyways, we played 2 straight days of Hustler here. We're back to another one. This one's gonna be much bigger stakes, playing 100, 200. And if you want to follow along real time, I'm playing this on August 8th right now. Download Stack. It's poker's newest social community platform, and I actually personally invested some money into it. So it's my new personal project to try to get some traction and help it grow. So if you want to follow along real time on how my sessions are going, click the link in the description below. But here we go. We've got 200,000 to play with. We've got a very fun lineup. So let's get to gambling, and let's hope to see someone good today. 4 minutes in, we get involved when Peter puts in the $800 straddle, and I'm first to act with ace-6 of hearts on the button as I get settled in to play the highest stakes of poker all year. It folds around to Peter, who ends up putting in a raise again to 13,000, and well, Peter is known to be action here. And let's start off with some fireworks. I think my suited ace is good enough to be ahead sometimes against Peter, so we're announcing those 2 magical words. And Peter snap calls. And just like that, a $100,000 pot has been born out of nowhere. No better adrenaline rush than rifling off $100,000, right? My heart is beating out of my chest. And this one would be the best momentum starter for the rest of the session.
And then I got him in the flip, you know, it was like the double.
Basically a flip.
Yeah, I really happily added on. Yeah.
5.
Okay, 5.
Possibility of
I asked for it.
5 or picture.
a chop arises on the turn. Rampage is going to win this one.
Just like that, I double up my buy-in. And honestly, leaving right now doesn't seem like a bad idea, but you just know that there will be a lot more action to come. And 4 minutes later, Nick raises up to 1,000. Mariano 3-bets to 3,000, and I peel ace-king in the big blind. Yep, this is the action I'm talking about. I re-raise to $10,000, and Airball goes all in. Mariano ends up folding, and can we possibly just turn my $50,000 buy-in into $150,000 in just 8 minutes into the session? In a matter of 10 minutes, I've played over $200,000 worth of pots. Let's win. But first, I want to introduce everyone to America's newest online poker site. You can play for real money, whether it's ring games or tournaments. There are games for everyone. Available in 45 states. Click the link below and check if you qualify to play. Make sure to add code Rampage when you sign up to be part of my $100,000 giveaway taking place on September 21st. I'll see you there.
One time.
Oh, God.
Almost 100,000 in the middle.
Count it for me now. Keep counting.
No, buddy.
No love for ace-king on that flop.
Me and Mariano aren't kidding, buddy. Airball's world.
We're just on the flop here. No turn has come out yet.
47-1.
Yeah. So 37-1.
37?
There we go.
1 more. 47-1 total.
Ah, fuck me. I thought I got a discount.
What are you looking at the board for, buddy? No, the one's here. Yeah.
You're doing ones, right? Oh, thank you.
Rampage needs an ace or a king to stack Nick Airball. That won't do, so Airball doubles. Rampage is back to where he started.
And I lose. And just like that, I'm riding the roller coaster of swings. I'm back to where I started, and it's like nothing even happened. It's clear that $50,000 in this game is being treated like peanuts to everyone, and I'm on a massive downswing, so $50K is actually so much money in real life dollars. But let's hunker down, and let's hope to survive this insane trip we're about to go on. In the next spot, I look down at Queen 9 offsuit. It's typically not a great hand, but in a game like this where everyone's gambling and the squid game is on, let's play as I raise to 2,000. Peter defends the straddle. Flop comes king 9-7 2 spades, here with middle pair. I take the passive line to check this one back. The turn 3 of spades is not amazing to see with the third spade, and I feel less confident when Peter bets out 7,000, a really large overbet. But I'm up against Peter, how can I ever fold right? I stick in 7,000 real dollars, and the river jack is not the best card to see, but it quickly checks through, and I'll happily win an $18,000 pot. I'm still trying to settle in, where $18,000 is a lot of money and a very nice win, but I'm also trying to let go of the real life value of it considering how big I expect to swing tonight. With the 400 straddle on, I raised up ace-jack suited to 1,500, followed up by a 3-bet to Mariano to 7,500. We're playing deep stacked, I'm happy to make the call, and this is a good flop to see when it comes queen, queen, jack. Hitting a pair is always fun, and Mariano bets out 5,000. I'm happy to call and build this pot up. Turn 3 of clubs comes, and now he slows down with a check. But I definitely need to get some value, so I size down to 8,500, but Mariano makes a disciplined fold, and we pick up another healthy win in this pot. We're about an hour into the session, and I'm up over $30,000, but I'm starting to desensitize myself to these numbers. 30K is a great start, but Peter, who's already down over $100,000, wants to make the game bigger. So we all agree, because we kind of have to. The game just gets jacked up to 200, 400 with a 2K button for squid.
Okay. Guys, this is getting insane. About 30 minutes in, we just doubled and increased the blinds. So we're gonna play 200, 400 with a $1,000 bounty or squid. Effectively, we're playing 501K, which is significantly bigger than I anticipated. And I have all my money basically here at Hustler. And it's gonna be very, very likely that I'm gonna be all in for all the money that I currently have. I'm nervous, but that's what we sign up for, right? Can't make good content without just being all in for more than I want to be. So here we go, guys. I need to win.
And that time might be now. I pick up a monster, ace king. Peter puts in the 1,600 straddle, which is massive, and I raise to 4,000. Brittany raises to 23,000, and well, it's time. Especially with a massive straddle in effect, I announce all in, and Brittany snaps. Here's a $157,000 pot. Let's just play for a down payment of a home now.
Rampage has Brittany dominated. No help for Brittany. We could chop it with a 4.
Ace king.
And this time, ace king will win an all in. I'm suddenly sitting with $164,000 in front of me in $110,000 profit now. These swings are getting a little crazy, but I'm ready playing with house money. Peter, Airball, Mariano, and Jeff are all players that aren't afraid to play $1 million pots. So in the next hand, action folds to Peter now in the big blind, raising it up to 4,000 on my $800 straddle. The game is clearly getting massive, but having seen Peter play a few times now, I go for a raise to 16,000 with the worst ace you can possibly have. You know Peter's not backing down. He makes the call, and we see a flop for 32,000. Flop is king, jack, 7, 2 hearts. He checks, and I'm just hoping he completely missed this one and start off with a bet of 10,000. I get a very quick fold, and that's an extra $16,000 in profit from just a simple, quick hand. The chips are really starting to pile up now. So 90 minutes in, I'm up over 140,000. I don't know what's going on today, but I'm happy to be here for it. And we're getting back into the action where Peter raises the big blind to 2,200. I'm in the $800 straddle and 3-bet to 8,000 now with ace jack. Seems like a pretty reasonable hand, right? But you know Peter, unafraid as always, and he puts in yet another raise to 22,000. I didn't come here to fold ace jack, that's for damn sure. Let's see a casual flop for 45,000, shall we? The flop is ace, ace, 4. Woo! What a glorious flop to see. And even better, we see Peter put in a bet of 12,000. I don't see why I'd ever raise here, so let's just make the call. The turn comes a queen, no flush draws, and looks pretty clean. Peter checks now, and I think I can check back sometimes, which is what I decided to do here with a very strong hand. In the river comes another 4, giving me a full house, and now I have 0 concerns. Yet Peter now slams down a pot-sized bet, counting a whole lot of red 5K chips that amount to 70,000. And I take a quick inventory count of my stack to see if it's worth jamming at all, but I think against it, as I could sometimes just run into ace-queen and lose more money. I flick in a call expecting to win a lot, and this time I do. Here comes $210,000 my way, by far the biggest pot of the night so far, and we're only 100 minutes in. I can't possibly explain how I feel right now. 100 minutes ago, I was honestly expecting to lose a lot of money and preparing myself for that outcome. But now I'm sitting with 300,000. I'm up $250,000, and it's just insane how fast and unexpected the run good can come. I've noticed about 60% of you guys watching this video aren't even subscribed, so if you want to make a deal, I promise I will not punt off my net worth in the next couple hands as long as you just tap that subscribe button. Thank you. With the squid game in effect this hand, Brittany calls 800, Mariano raises to 5,000 from the small blind, Peter makes the call, and I look down at ace-4 offsuit. Typically, could definitely fold, but I go for another raise myself to 20,000. I'm expecting Mariano to be raising pretty light a lot of the time for fighting for that button, but he does make the call, and off to a flop we go of 9-3-3 2 spades. Mariano starts off with a check, and I don't expect him to hit this flop very often, so I bet 15,000, hoping to just win this pot right here, right now. But you can see he's going absolutely nowhere, and actually ends up raising to 50,000. I'm pretty quickly folding here, and I say goodbye to the $35,000 I just gave away. As much as I'm up, I also have to be okay with losing large sums of money as well. Next, Airball starts off the action with a raise to 20,000. Peter makes the call, and I look down at ace-7 of clubs from the straddle. I'm feeling pretty spicy, and I want to squeeze to 11,000 here. I'm really just trying to win this one pre-flop, but I'm okay with getting action, and I do get it from Peter as we've been playing very big pots against each other all night long. The flop is 9-6-3 rainbow. Not a whole lot going on here, so I decide to check my hand back. The turn comes the queen of diamonds, another card that really doesn't help me. I check again. In the river, 9 of clubs, and this time on the river, Peter fires out 27,000. I mean, this is a pretty large bet. And we've obviously seen Peter being very capable of bluffing. My hand is just so bad, yet Peter is just so capable of bluffing here. So I decided to keep him honest and see what he's got. Flick in the 27,000, and yes, you all see it. It's not a great decision at all, and yeah, I say goodbye to $78,000 in this pot, going the wrong direction, and I give Peter some of his chips back. Back to the fight we go with Peter limping in for 800. I raise it up to 4,000 here, and he makes the call. Round 18 of what it feels like against Peter. And we're only 2 hours into the session. The flop is 6-5-4 2 clubs with middle pair. I decide to go for some pot control and check back. Quick note, have you ever heard me say pot control before? The river 6 of clubs is a nice card to see sitting with the ace of clubs, and Peter launches $10,000 into the middle, and I'll happily oblige with a call, because why not? River 10 doesn't seem like a card that really changes a whole lot, and once again, Peter fires out 23,000. This time I actually think I have an easier decision to call, and it's the right call this time. I get my chips back that I just gave Peter, and we are once again swinging for these $75,000 pots that seem far too casual at this point. You guys have a guess who's involved in this next hand? That's right, it's Peter raising to 2,000, and I find ace-jack yet again. This hand has served me so well before, so I raise the 7,000. Action folds back to our friend, and he once again amps up the aggression another time to 27,000. I mean, this hand definitely falls into the call category for me. So with 55,000 in the middle, I see a dream flop of ace-jack 4. 2 pair, so another big pot could be brewing, and I've got an easy decision. Peter bets 20,000. I've got the board locked up. Yeah, I'm going to come for a call. Just smooth call here, laying the trap. The turn, board pairing 4, which he now slows down with a check. And this time, I actually don't really want to trap Peter. I think maybe we can get some more money in. So I bet 33,000, which is considered a small bet considering the size of the pot, but he folds. So yeah, here's the story of how I just play massive pots all night long against Peter, it seems. We've got a different opponent this time. Nick raises to 4,000 on my $800 straddle, and I see a beautiful 4-5 of hearts, and we're off to a flop of 9-6-3. We've got the open-ender, and I call Nick's $3,000 bet. The turn board pairing 6 is really cool, and I actually like this card. I don't think Nick has a 6 too often, and I decided to lead for 5,000. I guess he's priced in to come along for a call. The river jack, and I'm sitting with 5 high, the straight draw bricked, and I think I was representing a 6 earlier on the turn, so I'm going to play it this way and overbet to 33,000, followed by a snap call, so that's pretty bad. This bluff doesn't work out, and I'm swinging back down, losing a $90,000 pot. Mariano starts off the action in the next one with a raise to 1,100 from the button. Peter once again just smooth calls, and now it's my turn to act, and I see the beautiful Jack-10 suited. Against these two opponents, I think another raise is certainly in order, and I make it 7,500. Mariano gets out of the way, but clearly Peter has other plans by bumping it up to 25,000. I mean, given all the history today, it seems crazy to fold a hand like this. Has a lot of potential. It's really pretty, and we get to play in position. I make the call, and another round against Peter we go. The flop is King 8-7, so not the best flop for me, but I do have a chance at a straight draw. Peter down bets to 15,000, and I think it's just small enough for me to continue and stick around. Maybe we can win a big one. Spiking a 9 turn is not that. Not the one we're looking for, and Peter's $35,000 bet will now get me out. So, wave my hands, goodbye $40,000. Sometimes you gotta risk it for the biscuit, and this time I'm just left with crumbs after this hand. Nick limps in this hand. Peter raises to 3,000, surprise, surprise, and all this beautiful action to look down at kings. Very nice to have a premium finally, like actually a really good hand this time, and I raise it to 15,000, and of course, Peter will not be folding, makes the call. And before we go to a flop, I want to introduce a brand new poker social platform I recently invested in called Stack. I'm logging all my sessions there, and it's a new community where you can publicly post where you're playing, keep track of sessions, and connect with those around you. So link is in the description below to download, and it's also available in the iOS App Store. This flop is pretty awful when I see the ace out there. Yet I still feel compelled to bet it, so I go small for 7,000. Yet Peter decided to take the liberty and raise me small to 17,000. And I'm just a little suspicious about this. But also I really don't have too strong of a hand anymore, deathly afraid of that ace. So I let it go, and Peter gets the better one against me this time. As the session progresses along, the stacks are flying, and Airball starts off with a raise of 3,000. I'm in the 800 straddle again, and I'm ready to defend my honor. I make the call, sir, with the 5 high. Flop is Queen 6-3. I've got another open-ender here, and Nick bets 3,000. Considering I missed the last time with 4-5, I certainly must be able to hit now, right? So I check raise to 11,000, banking on hitting that straight. I'm praying to get a chance to hit it, and Nick makes the call, and the turn 8 of clubs. It doesn't really give me much here, but with 5 high in a dream, I bet $20,000, continuing with my bluff, and Nick is quite the sticky one. He's really not getting away from ace high just yet, and makes the call. The river comes at 9. Well, damn. I've bricked this straight draw twice in a row now, and do I really want to bluff off a majority of my winnings tonight? Well, it's just 5 high, but I didn't come all this way to give up, right? So I'm going to fire out 40,000 into the middle, and I'm begging for a fold, Nick. Please, let go of ace high one time in your life. My goodness, how is he actually taking so long at this point? And the more he thinks, the more I hate this spot that I'm in. But he actually calls out my exact hand at one point during his tank.
4-5 again? Fives.
And luckily, after a long time thinking and giving me an anxiety attack, he folds. Woo! And the beautiful thing is that I have to show the hand too, which gives insult to injury to Nick. And maybe we've got Nick a little steamed up. I'm feeling confident again after getting that bluff through, and feeling even better when I wake up with pocket queens. There's a raise, there's a call, so I'll 3-bet to 8,000. And what's music to my ears is that Brittany announces an all-in for $50,000. Oh my goodness, what a dream spot to be in. I couldn't call any quicker, and we're off to a run out for this $100,000 pot. This would be massive for me. And to add this to the total I'm up, let's hold.
5 for Brittany.
1 pair.
2 pair.
Rampage picks up a straight draw that he doesn't need, and
Straight.
Straight.
Rivers a set that he doesn't need. He's going to stack Brittany.
I will happily add that $50,000 extra to my stack. I feel like I am on a dream run right now with all the pots I'm winning today. While I'm stacking my chips, it seems like a great reminder to everyone that's still watching to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Both are free, and would love to see some support as I'm finally winning big for the first time in what feels like forever. With all this momentum going my way, I look at a pretty 8-7 of hearts on the button, raise up to 3,000, and Brittany makes the call after reloading for another 50,000. And a flop of 9-9-5 comes. With my straight draw, I bet 2,000, but I don't get the fold just yet. She makes the call. The turn, deuce of hearts, completely no help for me, but that's never stopped me from barreling again, you know? This time, I make it to the tune of 10,000, and we run into some more resistance as Brittany makes the call. The river ace, well, if there was ever a card to bluff on, I think it's right now. And this one might be it as I'm trying to fold out a sticky 5. I decide to put her all in and run into a complete brick wall as the merry-go-round of chips continue. I double her up in quite a punty fashion, so I just return all the chips I won off of her right back to their owner. After our break from Peter, we get involved again. Peter limps for 800, and I see ace queen, which is very worthy of a $4,000 raise. I think most people would agree with, right? Anyways, Mariano decides to wake up and 3-bet to 20,000, and we go back against Mariano this time. I make the call with over $40,000 in the middle, and the flop is 10-10-7. A whole lot of nothing here, but ace queen high seems like a pretty decent call to me against a 10K bet. The turn comes an 8, which is not the best card for me, and I'll happily let this go check. And off to a river we go, which comes a 3. Action checks through yet again, which is always nice to win a pot with ace high, but even nicer to profit $30,000 in this hand. With an hour left to go in the night, we're fighting for the squid game here. Peter calls for 800. I raise a $6,000 for my hand of pocket sixes. Jeff to my left, though, 3-bets me to 22,000, which is quite large. But I'm not going anywhere with just a pair yet. We could always hit a set, and I'm pretty optimistic in getting that Asian glow. I'm a few sips of wine in, and it's already showing with that Asian flush. With the flop comes 7-4 deuce. Jeff fires out $20,000 in the middle while I'm trying to order another bottle of wine from the waitress. Just a little tad distracted, but I will call and see a turn, which comes a 5. A pretty welcome sight to see now with an open ender, as I can never fold to anything, and Jeff amps up the aggression to 55,000. I'm now facing one of the bigger bets of the night, and you know I'm not folding, and I'd love to hit. We've got almost $200,000 in the middle. Give me a 3, please. The river 10 of diamonds is not close at all, but my heart can beat just a little slower as Jeff checks, usually some sort of a sign of a give up. This is exactly what that is. I check back and win a massive pot nearing the end of the night, bringing my stack over $400,000. But there's no time to rest as the next hand we're involved right away. I raise ace-9 of clubs to 4,000, followed by a call from Jeff. Then Mariano 3-bets me to $25,000. With how splashy everyone's been playing, this seems like a pretty clear call, so we're going to see what develops. And the flop is what dreams are made of, right? I've got the nut flush draw, the straight draw, the 2 overcards. It can't get better than this on 8-6-5. Mariano bets a small amount of 16,000, and I just think this bet is full of it. I'm also quite happy to put more money in the middle here with how strong my draw is, so I put in a raise to 55,000. I'm very happy to play a big pot here. That is until Mariano announces...
All in.
Whoa. All in.
Count. I need a count.
Wow.
What is this? My mind is now going all over the place. Mainly that this is an unfoldable hand. But also, what in the world is Mariano doing? If I call, this will be close to an $800,000 pot, by far the largest pot of my entire career. But with how bad of a run I've been on, I also just don't think I can really afford to lose a pot this big either. So I can only think of all the downside of calling. But there's also a chance he can jam with worse flush draws as well. I just don't understand it, but I'm losing my mind here making this decision. I mean, I literally have a decision to either win or lose a pot that's worth more than the average house in this country. I guess that's why we love to play this game, right? I end up deciding to make what I would call an insane fold, strictly out of fear of losing a pot this size. And I can't help but have to look at what the run out could have been. And oh my goodness, I would have missed both boards. The biggest fold of my entire life, arguably a very bad one. I would have ended up losing nearly an $800,000 pot if I called. And I just don't even know what to say or how to feel right now. If you made it this far, I need your input in the comments below. But I feel like I've clearly shown how scared money I am right now in this game. And I'm way in over my head to fold a hand as strong as mine. I feel like I've gotten away with murder here folding, to be honest with you. But wow, my mind is just completely blown from how this hand has played. I'm trying my best to stay composed for the rest of the session. And I see ace king. I raise it to 3,000, and Jeff, who's been fairly quiet tonight, 3-bets me to 12,000. I feel like here with ace king offsuit, I can just kind of call, see a flop, and the flop is 10-4-3. Completely missed the board here. I check as Jeff bets out 10,000, and it seems like a pretty decent time to toss in a call. The turn 8 of hearts is not really what I love to see, and Jeff continues for 21,000. I definitely have arguments to fold now, or actually all the arguments to fold now, but given the hand I just saw, I kind of level myself into thinking maybe Jeff is targeting me for being scared money. I flick in more chips. The river 5 brings me completely zero help, and I'm going to lose this $88,000 pot. So these two bad pots in a row, where I just lost like $115,000, the swings really come at you fast, and luckily I'm still up a lot. But it doesn't feel good knowing I lost over $100,000 in the past two hands to wrap up the night. For one of the last hands of the night, this show ends off in an epic $900,000 pot where Mariano completely coolers Peter with the nuts versus the third nut straight. I'm very happy for my friend here who has had a pretty unlucky night for the last 6 hours. I think he was down close to $360,000 at the bottom of his session, but just balloons up into profit after winning one of the largest pots I've ever been able to witness in person.
I'm drunk, but here are my chips. I will do a proper outro rather shortly, but I'm going to cash this out, and the stream is over, and I survived the battle. What a ridiculous day this was. Oh, hey, why did you jam the King 8, man? Congratulations on this guy. Stuck 360K and crawls out after winning a 900K pot. Guys, I have still no words. I'm back home. I was able to decompress a little bit. It's currently 2:20 in the morning right now. And I don't know, man. This was the most insane poker session I've ever played. Probably close to it. It's definitely up there of my entire life. I mean, it's one of my biggest wins, and it's just so weird to sit here with a winning session because it's felt so long. We'll go over the numbers. In the game for $50,000, out of the game for $355,000. You can see it in the graphic here. It's from Stack, which is poker's newest social platform. It's a company that I've personally invested in and a new project I'm working on helping grow. So if you are interested in documenting your poker journey and showcasing it to the world, you can make it private, you can make it public. I'm making all of my poker sessions public. So if you want to follow along, feel free to follow me. Click the link in the description below to download Stack in the iOS App Store. But yeah, it's just been so long since I've won something so insane like this. And to start making some steps of crawling out of this deep, dark hole I'm in, today is a huge win. I'm so glad I could showcase this and share along with you guys. Thank you for all the support, and
more, bigger, better things to come. See ya. Hope you enjoyed.